Tuesday. Got the in the club sheet, you and your girls going a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Guys, gals, and guys, honey. Yes, honey. You now tuned into the best, honey. And I hope you're ready to relieve some stress, honey. Baby, I hope the quality is given what needs to be given, honey, baby. I hope the quality is giving y'all what it needs to be given because, child, it's a lot going on, honey. I got quite a bit loaded. Yes, I know it's been a while, y'all. It's been a minute. Little life update, honey. I've stopped smoking cigarettes and Black and Miles, honey. We taking it one day at a time. Honey, addiction is real, baby, and the nicotine is the latest thing to get addicted to. Children don't smoke, honey. I'm vaping though. I'm vaping. We vaping. We currently vaping, honey. We just had to up the nic level recently. But honey, that's enough about me, honey. You know this ain't about me. You know we come here to get into the tea, honey. You heard them vocals. You heard them vocals, girl. Yeah. The club was going up on a Tuesday. Yeah. Stop playing. Stop playing. Y'all know I'm ready to kiki and cut up because I missed y'all. I miss being here with y'all. Honey. Praise the Lord. Jesus. Baby, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I miss being here, honey. I wanted to get back into live streaming and I don't want to keep prolonging it. So, honey, here we are. Here we are, fam. Yes, 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 honey, yes. But I don't think I have no more updates for y'all. I think, because you know my life is boring as hell, honey. The main reason I had stopped, just to fill y'all in, the main reason I took a break from live streaming is because I don't know how to hold my damn tongue. I don't know how to watch my damn mouth, honey. And when you live, you can't take it back. Which you can't hit erase. Girl, I know if you get into my videos, honey, and you get into my shorts, honey, you be seeing the cuts. You be catching the cuts, honey. Cause it be some I be having to cut out. Honey. Yes. And I'm also learning not to cuss so damn much. You know. But we're gonna pray on it. We're gonna pray on it, honey. Can we just get in the new year in 2026 not apologizing to women? As trans women, I think we should be confident. No more apologizing. I don't know why y'all was ever apologizing. Who says that? What the hell is you apologizing for? For being yourself. For being a person that you did not create. Honey, you just existing as. Honey, y'all go. Yeah, we got to start going back live. Yes, we got to be back live because honey, I see it's a lot of heartache and pain going on, honey. Some of y'all done missed the assignment. Baby, and speaking of heartache and pain, just to get these things out of the way real quick, because when I'm going live, honey, I ain't gonna be promising y'all that we're gonna be talking about no serious topics and all that, honey, because that be the shit that I have to watch my mouth about for real. But anyway, protesting. I did, the little Another Monday in America video, honey, and I was saying, I see y'all protesting, honey. And I was suggesting that, trans people sit this one out, honey, until you're no longer being bounty hunted, honey. If you didn't know, America is giving TS bounty hunting. Honey, yeah, I don't know if Doug the bounty hunter is still on the loose or not. I'm not sure if he's clocked in or not, but I know they got people to replace him if he's not there. And I suggest you sit this one out. And it's no shade to the people protesting. Shout out to my protest warriors, honey. I'm protesting from here, baby. I'm protesting behind the safety of screens, even though this ain't all that safe neither. But I digress. No, shout out to the protest warriors. I'm not trying to dim your light, dim your shine. I definitely think that y'all need to be out there protesting, especially if you voted for Trump. Especially if you didn't vote. honey, especially if you have the safety and privilege. You got the complexion for the protection of the collection, even though y'all not being protected right now, honey. They busting y'all in the face, honey. Ice. Child, let's keep it moving. Honey, I said we weren't doing this. Let's keep it moving, honey. But before we move up off this protest, it's just look. We gotta start with the first segment. We gotta first start with the first segment, honey. If you don't remember, if it's been too long, the first segment of the show is watch this shit. See, I'm supposed to be stopped cause tax money, please. But why the slow motion music? Enough! Why y'all so petty? Why is the human race so petty? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all got white people acting like this, honey. Did y'all see the hero, honey? The hero said, "Pay attention." That was another note I meant to give, honey. Forgive me if we have some technical difficulties. I'm a little rusty. You know, it's been a long time. You know what I mean? Look, don't judge me now, honey. If you got a problem, talk to your mother about it. I would suggest you talk it up with your mother. I would suggest, bear with me. Bear with me, please. Bear with me, please, honey. Child, but we not apologizing to cis women for being trans. We not apologizing to females for being trans because I heard that they want to be called females now, which I think is more to. I think female is the degrading term. Cisgender is the scientific one. But who am I, honey? Not a female. So I'm gonna call people what they want to be called, honey. But we not apologizing to females for being who we are. Just like we don't expect them to apologize for being who they are. Honey. Somebody asked this lady if she was the baby daddy.
Hold on, wait a minute, because sometimes I do gotta play both roles, mom and dad out here, but don't do me though. Don't do me. I'm Big Keish. How you doing? I got PCOS or whatever. Unwanted facial hair. Don't do that though. The fuck?
This is what I mean when y'all get on the internet and y'all be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Why did y'all ask Big Keish if she was the baby daddy? I told y'all that people be having PCOS. I told y'all that it is a lot of in between when you talk about male and female, honey. It's not just male and female, honey. It's a lot of in between. That's why we got words like cisgender. However, Big Keish is cisgender, mustache and all. No, she is not Zorro, honey. She is Big Keish. She is the baby mom. And see, they try to be shady because they probably thought that Big Keish was trying. They probably thought that Big Keish was born with an exiguous, honey. They probably thought that Big Keish was big slinging, honey. Keish do got a nice mustache, though. Get into Keish mustache, honey. Keish said she got to play both roles. I'm going to let y'all bask in the ambiance while we get into Keish playing both roles.
Hold on, wait a minute, because sometimes I do gotta play both roles, mom and dad out here, but don't do me though. Don't do me. I'm Big Keish. How you doing? I got PCOS or whatever. Unwanted facial hair. Don't do that though. The fuck?
Y'all tried it. Big Keish said that she has PCOS, not a PE-ness. Honey, y'all, every day I get on the internet with y'all human. See, I told you I just had a couple things that I wanted to show y'all because, honey, the cisgender females, honey, pick one, Bre. The females be forgetting about their sisters like Big Keish, honey. I swear to God. I pray for her, pray for me, all the things, but I grew up with this woman, baby honey. I thought she was my first example of a trans woman. I really did. I thought she was my first example of a trans woman. But come to find out, she's a sissy. You know what I mean? So that's when I had to learn that I was old enough to start minding my damn business. Because we don't know everything, Jesus. We don't know everything. I'll be telling y'all all the time, honey, that I'm far from a person who knows everything, honey. That's why I ask a whole lot of questions. They be forgetting. They be forgetting, Z. They be for. And see, that's when you got to pray for them, honey. Silent prayers. I do a whole bunch of silent prayers today. If y'all had any idea how many silent prayers I did a day, y'all be like, girl, how you have time to make content? Girl, and you still on my screen? Silent prayer. Honey, sometimes the content is a silent prayer. No, the content be a loud prayer and be loud. Child, honey, but I had, since I seen it, y'all had to see it. You know how we get down on the live stream. I got to bring y'all up, Dada. Got to bring y'all up, Dada. Oh. Remember I was telling y'all about Shy Brittany? Now, if you don't get into the shorts, then you're missing out. If you not on my TikTok, if you're not on my IG, then you need to be getting into the shorts on here, honey, so that you can keep up on what's going on with the queers and stuff, honey. Urban queer, honey. Pop culture, honey. I am she is her. Honey, anyway, Shy Brittany, I told y'all about Shy Brittany. Y'all remember how she was harassing people in the grocery store on Christmas? And I had put out the warning, and I was telling all the females, honey, don't try it, girl. If I was you, I'm going to try to get... Deontay, she had popped the big booty boy, had his pajama sweats on. In the grocery store. Remember, y'all know Shy Brittany. And they trying to say she's a Maryland woman. I know you a Maryland damn lie. Honey, her ass is from Alexandria, Virginia. No, we don't. I know y'all quick to do the DMV, and I'm quick to say DMV too, but in this case, we not claiming her. It's honey. But Shy Brittany has been charged and arrested, honey. Y'all remember Shy Brittany, honey. We ain't going. I ain't playing the audio. That's too much re-traumatization that we not doing over here. But y'all remember she was in the cereal aisle, and I was telling y'all how Shy Brittany want to be throwing cereal boxes, do she? I would have made sure that her hands, feet, knees, and toes touched every cereal box. You hear me? Shy Brittany, this is not safe. This is not safe. For all who don't know, honey, I got a fagalicious boyfriend. I got a fagalicious boyfriend, huh? And he has his nails and his tongue. Shy Brittany. Y'all go back and check out that short because we're gonna try and keep this video in the algorithm. We don't want to get banned. See, that's why I have stopped going live. Because I'll get banned and suspended and shit. But honey, Shy Brittany ass is in jail. Shy Brittany ass is in jail, y'all. Honey. Child, and Shy Brittany done messed it up for all of you homophobics. Honey, Shy Brittany done messed it up for all you homophobics. All the homophobics in the DMV, at least, honey. because Shy Brittany then caused them to create a whole new law. Shy Brittany then inspired them to make a whole new hate crime law. No, we still ain't got no anti-lynching bill. No, they still don't care about Negroes, honey. They really don't care about the queers neither, honey, for real, honey. But Shy Brittany then really set y'all up, because now if you try it, girl, if you try me, you going to jail expeditiously. Yes, I call the cops on homophobic niggas. Yes, I will beat them. Yes, good years will go cross their face, back, arm, neck, and body. Pow, 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 pow. And you still going to jail. And you better not have no money because you're getting sued too. You want to play this game? You want to play the colonizer game? I hope you got some colonizer money. Because if not, somebody's going to be in the food bank line. Praise the Lord. A whole new law, baby. Shout out to Shy Brittany, honey. We gonna call it the Shy Brittany law. Oh, one hate crime is too many, they have said. You see that? That says Alexandria. Now, where in Maryland is Alexandria? Because she's not a Maryland woman, like I said. Stop playing with us. They put no respect on our name as Marylanders over here. Nasty word. Nasty word. Now, y'all know what the Waymo cars is, right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you know what a Waymo car is. Give me a 2 in the chat if you don't know what a Waymo car is, honey. This gonna be a refresher course, honey. If you hangs with the ferry, honey, if you be over here in the ferry plus hot out, honey, then this ain't gonna be nothing new to you, honey, because we had to discuss Waymo before. And I warned y'all then. She's way more dangerous than people give her credit for. Honey, that is where she gets the name. Waymo was on the train tracks.
Was on the track.
I've been told y'all I ain't trust Waymo ass. It's no reason we need a car that don't have a driver. Like, honey, when I was in LA, I had told y'all that I wasn't trusting on him. Waymo. I know you way more goddamn lying than I think you is.
What is wrong with me? What?
I'm hungry.
That's Waymo. The driver of this
and
car.
And they got a nerve to have the motherfucking seat pushed all the way in the steering wheel. Bitch, that's Chucky. Remember? I'm going to get a copyright fooling around with Chucky. You know, that was enough. Y'all get the idea. Y'all understand the assignment. You can trust a car that's driving this fucking self if you want, You see her face? That's going to be you on the train tracks in Waymo. You're going to be way more late than you expected. I don't think you're going to arrive on time. No. And that's if you make it. Well. 'Cause Lord, y'all see why you see why the girls have to do what they do to survive, honey? You see why we out here struggling? Because you can't even drive Uber no more. They done replaced you with AI. You couldn't trust the car with the driver. And you trusting the driver less? We didn't need less. We needed better drivers. Child, I hate to see what Waymo do at a construction site, huh? Because you know how GPS will have you get ready to run through the cones and everything, honey. Well, I guess if it's on Waymo's GPS, honey, Waymo's going through the cones. Waymo is going through the cones, honey. Waymo is going to be Waymo in the ditches than predicted. Child, honey, what is child, I can't get it together. Oh. Bear with me. I'm still rusty. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, honey. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer with y'all, but I do have a couple of things I want to tell y'all, honey, before we get out of here. What you say? So these people can trust a driverless car, but not a black woman pilot. Well, I mean, if the car is black and the seats is black, does that count as a black driver? If the seats is tan, is they Latino? Oh no, that's a question. Hmm. If that do become a thing, people gonna be requesting no black car, no black seats. My God, today. You think Waymo got a bottled water when you get in? Think Waymo gonna offer you a bottle of water? You think Waymo got a charger? What happens if you steal Waymo charge? I don't know, and I don't think I want to find out, honey. No, thank you. What's going on, babes? Let me hop back on the screen because I just got to tell y'all something, and I'm not gonna get tearful on this live stream. I'm not gonna get tearful on this live stream, but I appreciate all the support always from all of y'all. Everybody watching, everybody liking, everybody sharing, honey. Even the hate watchers, baby. You still collecting me a coin. I appreciate from the bottom of my heart, I really do. I'm not gonna get tearful on here, but honey, that's why I missed y'all. Cause y'all do a lot. Y'all do a lot. I know before I started making content and I was just a spectator, I was just a scroller, I was like, nobody would miss me if I'm going, honey, trust me. Your presence is appreciated, honey. Here, anyway. I can't speak for nowhere else, but your presence is appreciated here. The support is appreciated here. No, I'm not a perfect person, and I appreciate everybody who's been accepting me, flaws and all, who's been giving me the opportunity to grow as a person instead of just trying to throw me away or counsel me whenever I say something that you don't like or when I say something that's wrong. Because like I said earlier in this stream, I don't know everything. Degrees and sitting in classes and even teaching classes don't even mean that you're the smartest person in the class. So yeah, I'm a firm believer that the smartest people are the people who never underestimate others, and I don't underestimate you. But let me get into the a couple of teas before we get out of here, honey. Before we get out of here, I don't want to do too much on my first stream back, honey. Y'all know, honey. Anxiety, you know what I mean? Honey, I can't even find the note. My anxiety that came out. I can't even find the key, the register. Honey, I can't find the melody. Honey, what did Doechii say? Anxiety. How did it go? I wish I could bring one of y'all up here to do the melody. But y'all understand what I'm saying. You don't need any of that to make an impact, and you surely do. Thank you. Thank you, Ava Marie. Yes, honey. Speaking of impacts, y'all still going to these Zeus auditions and letting them impact up against y'all faces. Praise the Lord. Jesus. They apparently they auditioning for the bad boys again, y'all. Apparently they auditioning for the bad boys again. And child is some black eyes. Why? Why, Jesus? Why? And then it's given. Look what it's given. What it's given. Then the rail has the nerve to say, as y'all could tell, I had a time at Bad Boys auditions, thanks to Zeus Network, Miss Natalie Nunn, and Lemuel Plummer. Natalie Nunn and Lemuel Plummer. I know that Daryl is thanking y'all. But y'all need to get, I can't even say that y'all need y'all ass whipped because that's something that y'all would just make money off of. Child, honey, anything for that 3 minutes of TV time, you are right. They go in there and beat and bang on each other, and them be the ones that don't even get picked. Honey, the ones who beat and bang on each other who get picked be the ones that was gonna get picked anyway. Like, do y'all ain't figured out how Hollywood work yet, or y'all think that Zeus ain't Hollywood? No, Zeus is Hollywood backstage. Zeus is Hollywood on the corner. Zeus is Hollywood back page, honey. Zeus is Hollywood Great Value at night on the loading shift. If they was gonna pick you, baby, you ain't had to fight to get picked. And well, I thought Zeus and them was making some better entertainment. Sad part about it is the rail, he's one of the wig wearing butch queens. Has a nice following, has a big following. Definitely didn't need no Zeus. Don't need no Zeus. They say it is a bag over there on that Zeus though. They say it is a Hollywood adjacent. Let me write that down. Ava, is you gonna want some copyright on that one, on that Hollywood adjacent? Cause I think she is gonna be on a t-shirt. Hollywood adjacent. Oh my god. And that's what it is. It's Hollywood adjacent. And the coin might be good, but it's like a dropping the OF link, honey, or being a stripper bus, honey, or being one of the ex workers, one of the adult entertainment children, honey, baby. It's gonna cause more strikes against you than it's gonna cause for you. So I hope when you making that coin, you using it to invest in something. Unless you plan on being sexy and busting it open for the rest of your life, honey. Y'all just seen Benzino over there looking like uncooked spam. But hey, he won't never attract her. What? Let me see, Bree. This is how you get in trouble. How people? I'm gonna stay Hollywood adjacent. I can't even get a decent relationship with Benzino, and he's cool with all the girls. Jesus Christ. Run my damn mouth too much. But like I was saying, this child didn't have to, baby Darrell, you didn't have to go in there fighting. Love, you really didn't. You're worth more than that. Honey, you are smart. You are important. Kind. Well, I don't know how kind you are if you fight. But this child then went on there and got knocked up. So it be the light skinned children, honey. They be having several shades of blue and purple under their eye. I don't know. I guess it's like a baddie chain for the girls. Lip all cut up. Let me get this off the screen for this be vulgar violence or something. Honey, yeah, and he's one of them big booty BBL butt out butch queens. You know what I mean, honey? So it's no surprise that he, is going on Zeus or trying to. But I just want to give y'all some advice real quick. Can I give you some advice real quick? Honey, can I give you a little bit of advice real quick? Just a tiny tad. What is the goal? What is the end goal, love? What is the end goal? What's the purpose? What are you going to do with the coin? You gonna wait for the next season of it? Let me stop pretending, honey, because I'm gonna be tuned in, child, waiting for the next season and waiting for the auditions and waiting to see them two in particular get nods. Just so that we could do follow-up commentary, honey. What is the point of bringing it up if you ain't gonna keep it up? Honey. Cakes up on a Tuesday. Honey. Now, I didn't say that I wouldn't. I didn't say that I wouldn't, honey. Y'all know I live for a butch queen. But it all depends on personality with me. Because, honey, you could be the most attractive thing in the world. But if you open your mouth and you, honey, sound like a chihuahua and stuff. And I'm not talking about having a high voice. Because I live for a high voice, honey. I live for a high voice. Holy butch queen. Honey, you look at him and he be hard as a brick. But then as soon as he open his mouth, it's like a Teletubby. You know what I mean? Now that I live for. But when you get squawking and stuff, like Anna Mac, I don't understand how men be attracted to her because she's a cute girl. She's a pretty little girl if you into, the stick figure look. You know what I mean? But soon as she opened her, like, girl, shut up. Oh, high pitched and shit. Oh. See, let me get up off of here. Let me get. Child. Honey, I got one more team to break down to y'all, and we're going to get up off of here. And, honey, I'm going to pray that I don't get kicked off for community guidelines. Child. Meta has banned a lot of these deviant events. Well, deviant events, for if you know, you know. They're a company. But they banned deviant events. But they're also banning various LGBTQ plus nightlife events, period. Whether they seem risque or not. I mean, keep in mind, every event do have some naked or half naked people on the poster, honey. You could be it could be a black tie event, honey, and you gonna have beach body butch queens on the fly. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bit conservative. I can be a bit conservative on this topic compared to a lot of the LGBTQ, honey. I think our community is a bit too freaked out. I think I'm one of the girls who think that we're a bit too freaked out. I think that we're a bit too freaked out. However, I am never for controlling or having a say in what anybody else does in the bedroom as long as it's between consenting adults. Baby, even if you end up doing something that causes you to lose your life, that was the risk you took. Baby, honey, jumping out of a plane is risking your life, honey. If you want to risk your life doing breath play, that's on you, honey. You be the one suffocating, not me. It ain't I'm not for making choices with other people's bodies. However, I do think we're too freaked out. But my personal standards for what I want to do in the bedroom should have no control over what you're allowed to do in the bedroom. Baby, I'm also not going to lie in front. I've been to a party of two. Baby, I've been in a group of two. I may have had a couple of two that I have been very friendly with. Sometimes it's came at a price. I may have had a couple of them, but I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. When I have had those moments, where I've been more promiscuous it's usually been something going on mental health wise. I have never been in a happy, healthy, comfortable, safe place mentally and felt comfortable just sharing my body willy nilly with random people. However, I'm human and I have had those moments. And I know that there are people who it may not be a mental health thing. They might just be a hoe. You know what I mean? Who am I to say you can't be? I'm also one of those people. I'm pro-choice. Your body, your choice. If you want to sell that crap, if you want to sell them cakes, honey, if you want to sell that cigarettes, you want to sell that schlong, honey, you want to sell that cat, honey, you want to sell that hot pocket, you want to, girl, sell it. It's yours. I didn't give it to you, honey. And even the person who did give it to you shouldn't have control over what you do with it. I do think we're too freaked out though. But we should never have control over what other people do. And this is why. It starts when dictatorships start and fascism starts. They start with marginalized communities, trans people. They start by attacking rights that feel justifiable in the social climate, i.e., taking away people's right for abortion, taking away trans health care. Now it's taken away or entering people's bedrooms yet again. The government should not have any say on what you do in your bedroom as long as it's amongst consenting adults. How can we really say that this is a free country if you're not free to do what you want in private with other adults? But again, the problem is usually not recognized until it's too late. Because it'll start with the deviant parties. And then it'll go to Planned Parenthood, which has already been under attack for years now. Then it'll go to various other healthcare clinics. Matter of fact, let me read for y'all. Meta has reportedly restricted or removed a significant number of accounts related to queer advocacy, reproductive health organizations, abortion access providers, affecting more than 50 organizations worldwide. Despite maintaining compliance with Meta's published community standards, Deviant Events was suspended from both Instagram and Facebook. Shortly thereafter, an affiliated nonprofit Counterculture, a family-friendly organization focused on social responsibility, arts, and community programming, was also removed from Meta's platforms. Again, they start with abortion, and now they're getting rid of any family-friendly social service. Like, family-friendly. You need to be able to support your own family. Awareness. I'm not going to go into a rant, but for those who know, and y'all know how ugly this is. Ultimately, the point that I wanted to make is that that's how we should all feel. And I've grown to get to this place. I've been very judgmental over other people's sexuality and orientation and bedroom activities, and then I grew up and I realized that I am not God. I have no heaven or hell to put anybody in, number one. And number two, how the hell my tranny ass going to be telling somebody else what to do involving their genitals and their body. What's going on, AR? Y'all, let's continue the conversation in the comments, baby. And if there's anything that you want me to discuss going live, any topics that you want me to discuss on any of my platforms, share that in these comments too. Not gonna get emotional, but I appreciate y'all beyond words. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours until we speak again.